everyone. Welcome back to Just Chat English Podcast. I am Ashley.
And I am Jack. Hi, everyone. Really glad you are here with us today.
Today, we talk about something that so many English learners experience. And if this is you, you are not alone.
Yes, the topic is this. You watch English shows, you listen to English podcasts, you understand most of it, but when someone asks you to speak in English, nothing comes out.
Completely silence. Or maybe just a few words, and then your mind goes blank.
And it is so frustrating because you know the words are in your head somewhere, but you cannot find them in the moment.
Have you experienced this, Jack?
Yes, absolutely. When I first started learning English, I could understand a lot, but speaking felt impossible.
Tell us more. What was it like?
I remember the first time someone spoke English to me directly, not in a classroom, just a real person on the street asking for directions.
Oh, yes. Real life is very different from the classroom.
Completely different. In the classroom, you have time to think. The teacher is patient. Everything is slow.
But in real life, people speak fast, and they expect an answer immediately.
Yes, and I just froze. I knew the words. I knew how to give directions, but in that moment, everything disappeared.
That feeling of freezing is so common, and there is actually a reason for it.
What is the reason?
Most people spend a lot of time on passive English, and passive means you receive information, but you do not produce it.
Like listening and reading.
Exactly. Watching Netflix in English, listening to podcasts, reading articles, that is all passive.
And passive is good. It builds your vocabulary, your understanding, your ear for the language.
But it does not build your speaking ability, because speaking is active. You have to produce the language yourself.
Yes, and those are two very different skills.
Think about it like driving a car. You can watch Formula One racing for years and understand every rule and every technique. But the first time you sit in a car yourself, it is still very hard. Because watching and doing are completely different things.
Yes, understanding English and producing English use different parts of your brain.
So if you only practice the passive side, the active side stays weak.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I never thought about it that way.
And the solution sounds simple, but it takes courage. You have to start speaking, even badly, even with mistakes.
And mistake means something you do wrong. And in language learning, mistakes are not the enemy.
No, mistakes are actually how you learn. Every mistake gives your brain information about what to fix.
Yes, but the problem is that most people are afraid of making mistakes, especially in front of other people.
Yes, there is a fear of looking stupid, of saying something wrong and people judging you.
And that fear keeps people silent, which means they never practice speaking, which means they never improve.
It is a cycle. You are afraid to speak because you are not good enough, but you never get good enough because you are afraid to speak.
So how do you break that cycle?
Okay, everyone, quick break. If you are enjoying this podcast, please like this video and subscribe to Just Chat English Podcast. It really helps other people find us.
And remember, this podcast is for A2 and B1 level learners. If you find something unclear, just rewind and listen again.
Okay, so how do you actually start speaking more when you are afraid?
I think the first thing is to start small. Very small. Not a full conversation, just one sentence.
Yes, you do not have to jump straight into a full conversation with a native speaker.
Start with yourself. Talk to yourself at home. Describe what you are doing.
Like, now I am making coffee. I am going to the kitchen. The weather looks nice today.
Yes, it sounds a little silly, but it is actually very effective. You are practicing output.
And output means the English you produce yourself. Speaking or writing, the language that comes out of you.
And the more output you practice, the more natural it becomes.
Your brain starts to find the words faster because you have used them actively, not just heard them.
Yes.
There is a big difference between a word you have heard 100 times and a word you have actually used yourself. When you use a word yourself, it becomes yours. It goes from passive knowledge to active knowledge. That is a really good way to explain it. Passive knowledge versus active knowledge. Another tip that really helped me is to record yourself speaking.
Oh yes, this is a great one, even though it feels very uncomfortable at first.
Very uncomfortable. I hated listening to myself at the beginning.
But it is so useful because you hear exactly where you are struggling, where you pause too long, where the words are not coming out naturally.
And you can track your progress. Listen to yourself from 3 months ago and compare it to today.
And the difference is usually much bigger than you expect.
Yes, progress in speaking is slow when you are in it, but when you compare over time, it is very clear.
What about speaking with real people? How do you get over the fear of that?
I think the key is to find a safe environment first, somewhere low pressure.
Like a language exchange partner, someone who is also learning your language, so you both make mistakes, and that is okay.
Yes, or an online class with a teacher who is patient and encouraging.
The important thing is that you feel safe to make mistakes without being judged.
Because when you feel safe, you relax. And when you relax, the words come out much more easily.
Yes, pressure is the enemy of speaking. The more pressure you feel, the more you freeze.
So reduce the pressure, and the speaking becomes easier.
And another thing, stop waiting until your English is perfect before you start speaking.
Yes, this is a big one. A lot of people say, I will speak when my English is better.
But your English only gets better by speaking. So you have to speak to get better. You cannot wait.
It is a bit like waiting to go swimming until you know how to swim.
Yes. At some point, you just have to get in the water.
And yes, you will swallow some water at the beginning, but that is how you learn.
And the people around you, native speakers and other learners, they are usually much more patient and kind than you expect.
Yes, most people appreciate the effort. They do not focus on your mistakes. They focus on the communication.
Exactly. Communication is the goal, not perfection.
And one more thing that helps a lot is to become confident in small phrases first.
And confident means you feel sure about yourself and what you can do.
Yes, learn a few phrases really well. Like, sorry, can you say that again? Or, I am not sure of the exact word, but I mean something like this.
Yes, those kinds of phrases take so much pressure off because you have a tool for when you get stuck.
Exactly. You do not have to be perfect. You just need a few strategies for the difficult moments.
And the more you speak, even badly, even with pauses, even with mistakes, the more confident you become.
Yes, confidence in speaking only comes from speaking. There is no other way.
So start today. Talk to yourself. Record yourself. Find a safe person to practice with.
And be patient with yourself. It takes time, but it absolutely gets better.
Every person who speaks English fluently today was once exactly where you are now.
Exactly. Nobody starts confident. Confidence comes from practice and time.
Okay, let's do our recap of today's words.
Passive. You receive information, but you do not produce it, like listening and reading.
Confident. You feel sure about yourself and what you can do. And confidence in speaking comes from speaking.
Practice. To do something again and again to get better. And speaking practice is the only way to improve your speaking.
Mistake. Something you do wrong. And mistakes are not the enemy. They are how you learn.
And output. The English you produce yourself, speaking or writing. And more output means faster improvement.
Write in the comments. Do you have this problem? You understand but cannot speak? Tell us in English, even just one sentence.
We read every comment, and we are always happy to hear from you.
And if you liked this episode, please like this video and subscribe to Just Chat English podcast.
Thank you so much for listening. See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Take care.